The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
If I sound a bit hoarse today, that's because I had the MC job of my life overnight. I hosted the Sapphire Gala, which raises money for the Children's Hospital Foundation, and it's awesome cause. Like, if you ever get a chance, go to the hospital there and do a tour. Yeah. It's like an architectural masterpiece. It's like got a scent so that like when you go into a hotel, it smells good and everything's colourful, and they have dogs come in and play with the kids, like things to improve patient outcomes for these kids.
So which hospital?
This is the Children's Hospital.
Where's
so
that?
In South Bank. It was originally called Lady Salento.
Oh, okay.
It got its rebrand.
That one,
so it's 10 years old this year. But, I mean, heaven forbid anyone
Wow, is that
has
10
to
years
go there.
already?
Yeah, it's been 10 years since they opened that. They split out from the Royal.
Yeah, right.
But it's the best paediatric hospital in the Southern Hemisphere. It is in the top 10 in the world.
Wow.
Like some of the tech in there, people are coming to Brisbane across the country because they want to use it. So very, very cool work, and something Brisbane should be super proud of. So last night we got together and we were raising money for them.
I was going to say very, very expensive work as well.
Very
though.
expensive work. And this crowd is beautiful and they've got nice deep pockets. So we go
They got the
and we
moo-ow.
empty their pockets.
Yes.
We raised about $600,000 last night.
did ya?
Yeah, our silent auctions, and we've still got a raffle and stuff that runs until Monday. So we're still letting people. Hopefully, we'll hit 700,000. But I tell you what,
great.
I do a lot of MC work. I've never had to contain a crowd quite this hard.
Really?
I figure there's there's a couple of tactics. You can be a shusher. Shh, that's not
I
nice.
don't do that.
You don't
No,
do that. That's frowned upon. That's
I find that
rude.
annoying.
You could be you could.
I find
Yes.
that works well.
Oh, yeah.
That's
A
my
ding-
go-to.
But so does someone in the crowd do that, or do you take it up on
Well,
stage?
you can do it yourself
You
with
can
the-
do both.
I
into
get
the
someone.
microphone.
I go. If I see someone I know, I'll go.
You're the glass
Ash,
dinger.
do the glass dinging thing.
Yeah.
I
You could
literally
be a
on
primary
mic.
school
No,
teacher.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you ever used to get that at
nothing
primary
like
school?
a rhythm clap. to get-
I'm waiting.
There's also the wolf
headband.
whistle.
Tony Squires used to do. Tony Squires had or probably still does have a great whistle, and he would whistle. Remember that? He'd do that sometimes, and that'd bring
right.
that'd bring everything to a
Look.
to a sudden halt.
I am a
Yeah.
Cairns girl. I've got a wolf whistle in.
Go
me.
on.
No, when I'm wearing an $8,000 dress, I don't do a wolf whistle on stage. It's
Wolf
just
whistle
not.
now.
Can you do one now?
How far from the microphone?
Just blow our ears.
What?
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is a good
That's a
whistle.
new sound effect in the system there, Dill.
That's unreal.
I've never been able to do that.
Anyway, they were so rude that I had to. You know what worked on them? My angry mum voice. I got to a point where I was like, I'm just going to wait.
Did you do
Because
that
there are
face?
children.
Oh, you did the I'm waiting.
I
You
was
did
like,
the
there
I'm
are
waiting.
children who may not get the privilege to live as old as you are today.
Oh, my God.
So I went angry mum
Heartstrings.
voice.
Oh, did you
I
say?
went
Did
guilt.
you say that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. One of
Yeah.
the mums was in the room whose kid has been sick, and I was like, excuse me, a little bit of respect. Anyway, I
Well,
was
you need to do that at that
You do.
function.
Yeah.
Like some
There are times.
Some function, I don't care if you talk or not. I'm just going to do my job and get the hell out of here. But like for that, when you're raising money, you need the attention of the
Definitely.
room, particularly for the auctions and things like that.
That would have brought them. That would have brought the talking to a stop pretty quick, wouldn't
They
it?
shut up
Yeah.
quick smart, and I was relieved to know that even though my angry mum voice doesn't work on my children, it can work on adults.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm heading down to Sydney for the grand final this weekend. It was like a Father's Day gift that the boys. I was going to say that they gave me that the
did
boys
nothing.
got me to pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird,
You've won a trip around the world.
that's a weird thing about Father's Day.
Yeah,
and
but you know
Mother's Day.
what? Straight when they gave it to me, I'll be honest, I was like, because I didn't have much faith that the Broncos were going to be there, and I was like, because I'd love to go fishing, but then I was like, no, I'm doing it, but I'm actually really looking forward to it. I like the fact that, like, I was at that grand final last year when the Bronx played.
Yeah. Me
And
too.
I get that. I'm that type of fan that I get that sick feeling in my stomach, and I'm nervous, and I'm just like,
That was me on Saturday.
yeah. And I can't quite enjoy it. It's like an Origin game, and I just, although last year, being honest, I felt safe. Like when we got out to that big lead, I was with my brother and my cousin, and we were just like I was fully celebrating. Like I was enjoying the last 20 minutes until it all went pear-shaped.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm looking forward to because I don't It's not that I don't care. I'm going to be going for Melbourne, but I'm not going to be that invested in it. That I'm going to be able to sit back and
You can
actually
just enjoy it.
watch the game.
Enjoy the experience.
Yep.
The Kid
Watch
Leroy.
a good game of footy.
I'm jealous about that.
Oh, I didn't even think about
Yeah.
the Kid Leroy. Yeah. So when's he on?
Half time, hopefully.
Is he half-time
or is he
or pre?
pre-show?
I think
I
it's
don't know.
pre. They
Okay.
usually, it's like, I think the Origin, they do pre-game concerts as well. Pretty sure NRL and AFL both do pre.
I think it's pre.
There's so much going on before the game too, so you'll
Yeah.
be watching all day. What time would you head there?
Well, I'll probably get there. What's a 7:30 kickoff?
The Devs are real early.
Oh, the Devs.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is that
12:30?
the Devs are playing at 12:30, and like I'd love to be out there for that, but then what am I going to do for 8 hours or whatever it
It's a
is
long time.
out at Homebush? I mean, 8 hours in
Jeez.
Homebush is
That's
about 8 hours too long.
Yeah, that's like the equivalent of 14 years, I think, in normal time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'll just go out there and, probably get there, I don't know, 7 o'clock or something like that. Just catch the public transport out there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Are you going, Luttsy, or are you going to watch it on the
I mean,
big screen?
I'm gonna
That's
be
the
in
other
Sydney,
Thing,
but
that's the other thing about footy is it's such a good sport to watch on the TV.
Part of me's just thinking,
Yeah.
just pull up a pew at Icebergs, in Bondi, just watch it there. Not the fancy one, Nick. I know what you're thinking, mate. Just the RSL one downstairs. But, I don't think I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to hang. I'm going to the races tomorrow. Good race day tomorrow at Randwick, and then just parlay into a cruisy afternoon.
So you're in town.
on
You're
the
in
beaches.
Sydney,
I'll
but
be
you're
in
not going to
Sydney.
go to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will
Don't
you
think
watch
so.
it, Kendall? I know
Absolutely.
you're not, even though
No,
you're a
no,
Cairns
but I
girl,
will.
you're a total
Definitely.
AFL
I
person,
love
but yeah,
sport,
Yeah.
and this is the big one. That's like saying, will you watch Origin?
Yeah.
Like, of course you do.
You have to.
If
Yes.
you live in Queensland, you watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
All right, just checking. Who are you going for?
Well, I actually want to back Penrith, which
Why?
is
Yeah.
I'm not willing to disclose on the show.
Oh, you're in
No.
love,
this is
because you're in
another-
love with the player.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No.
Who's your top seed at Penrith?
You got a hall pass there.
No, I'm about to buy a property down there, so I'm
Penrith?
gunning for Penrith.
What are you
Just
going to move
want
to
the
Penrith?
area to do well. No.
You go.
You're buying property in Penrith?
Yeah, it's getting a new airport. It's the
Is it?
biggest. I've slotted straight into Suze's chair.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Hey, it's Olivia Rodrigo.
Olivia Trivia.
This is an incredible prize for one lucky Olivia Rodrigo fan.
I've been surprised
Oh,
with
everyone's
just
here
how
at the same
good the
time.
competitors have been in this competition.
That's what I was going to
Definitely.
say. I was
The
gonna say,
trivia has been tough.
I'm happy with every single. I hope any of them win because there was enthusiasm. They were genuine fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they.
You couldn't fake this. You either were a fan or you weren't, and if you were, you got through because the trivia was tough.
100%.
I think that there was only one competitor who didn't answer 2 out of the 3 questions correctly.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show. So
Yeah.
what have we done? Names in a hat. We're going to call someone at random.
This is a 1 in 3 chance lucky this week, isn't it? 1 in 4 this
One in-
week. So the one that got it wrong was last week's. Gotcha.
What's the situation here? Is it a 5-ring willy? Move on.
Yeah.
Five
Okay.
rings.
All
5 ring
right.
circus.
Yeah.
Oh. Straight into it.
Well, that's one.
Hello?
Sarah,
Won't you tell me your name?
it's Nova.
Well, it's Kendall, actually.
It's
Kendall.
good morning.
Hi, would you like to be on the Today Show on Monday?
We're searching for talent.
I wake up today.
Why are you so excited, Sarah? What's going on?
Oh, that's my daughter Kiana. She is so excited.
Oh, Kiana, yes.
Congratulations, you're going to Sydney.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You have won the Olivia Rodrigo tickets.
Oh, thank you so much.
How exciting. Buzz, what's included in this? Flights,
Yeah,
tickets,
accommodation.
Hang on,
like you said.
Let Kiana lose a shit.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Put Kiana on.
Put Kiana on for a second.
Hi. Hi.
You must be pumped.
I
Wow.
What's your favourite Olivia Rodrigo song?
am probably Deja Vu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let's play a bit, hang on.
beautiful.
How old are you, Kiana?
I'm 10 turning 11.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah,
you are going to love this concert.
Thank you so much.
You helped Mum get over the line on this, so
Yes, exactly.
you've earned these.
Thank you.
Well done.
How exciting.
Here's some
Oh,
Deja
this
Vu
is
to,
so
to take us into the ad break. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
We got tears.
I was about to say sing along, Kiana, but this is the instrumental bit, which is great.
very high.
Bless.
There we go. Congratulations, Sarah.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is awesome. This is so exciting.
There we go. That's how easy it is.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
How are we going with Lockie? Oh, he's here.
What?
Great.
Where is he?
Hot off the press. We were gibbering away. Mate, how are you? Darren Lockie, everyone.
Yeah, morning, everyone. Yeah, no, I'm well.
Mate, the grand final on Sunday night, of course, Lockie will be there with Channel 9 and all of the live coverage on 9. But you all right? What's going on?
You're in for a run.
You're in the middle of a run. Running?
Me?
Yeah.
Are you topless?
No, I just walked out the front door of the house. I'm just getting out of the chaos. The kids are having breakfast.
Okay.
The wife's yelling at the kids,
Yeah, I
so
was
I'm
gonna
getting out of
say,
there.
that makes me puffed as well. So that's
the
fair.
morning mayhem.
That's the only reason he goes for his morning runs, is just to escape the family chaos.
That's exactly right, Luttsy.
But this premiership decider on Sunday night, Melbourne and Penrith, I don't think there'd be too many people that could argue against the fact that the two best teams from this year are going to play it out in the decider. They've been outstanding, both of them.
Yeah, I think Penrith, I at the start of the year, I just sort of felt that, they've had their run and it'd be very big effort for them to get back to a grand final. They've made it, so it's a huge achievement from them. And obviously, they've been the champion team for the last. Well, this is their fifth straight grand final, so that's a huge effort. I think the silver lining for them with Nathan Cleary not playing Origin means that he's mentally fresh, but physically, I don't think he's 100% there, which is probably going to play a part in the result. But for the Storm, it's just another testament to Craig Bellamy, the fact that he can, keep getting them to grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, how much, as a player, how much, and you had some great coaches that you've, played with and against and everything, but how much is that the Bellamy effect? When a club can just go back to, have a dynasty, if you like, what the Storm have had.
Well, they got a picture of him in the paper today from 2003, his first premiership. He looks so young, but he's been so...
how much is it him?
Prolific.
How much is it him? How much is it Wayne Bennett when they talk about Bennett?
Well, I just think Craig's been, you talk about culture at football clubs, and the Melbourne Storm, I think it's something ridiculous. They've only missed the finals once in the last 20 years or something like that. Anyway, I think it's just, they lose Cameron Smith, they lose Billy Slater, Cooper Cronk. They're still consistently playing in finals, and now they're back to a grand final, and they're a good chance of winning the premiership. So he just knows how to, when good players leave the club, he just knows how to bring through the next generation and turn them into, from good players into great players. So Jerome Hughes is a great example of that.
Yeah, it is. But not only that, Lockie, look, he's also got the ability to sort of identify someone. Like Sean Bloor, for example, we were talking about the fact he was playing for the West Tigers last year and at times couldn't even make the West Tigers run-on team.
He's playing
and now he's playing in a grand final. Trent Liero, he's just got a way. Josh King, even Nick Meaney, of getting these players that are kind of they're not standout superstars, but then turning them into key individuals in the team who can do their job.
Yeah, well, obviously a great mentor, but the system, is something that he's created that makes the player. And a lot of these players you just mentioned were let go by their clubs, and he just goes, well, righto, I can see the potential there. Bring me that individual. I'll put him in our culture and our system, and I'll get him to reach his potential.
Not too many competitions in the world, sporting comps, where the coaches are the highest paid people either. He's on $2 million a year. I think he's been offered 2.5 and even more now from other clubs.
Bellamy.
Yeah, I mean, that surely, Darren, that you must be wanting to dangle just a couple of toes in that arena. I mean, you're up there in Susie O'Neill personal wealth. I mean, you do not need the money. Let's be frank here. But on some point, $2.5 million, that's big dough for a coach.
Well, I guess that success brings, wealth to a football club, and that's if you're constantly playing finals football, then your football club's going to be, making money. And I guess if that's the way to create, profit for your business, then if he's the key individual that's going to bring success, then that's why
not?
he's the highest paid coach in the game. But he's earned that, and it's there for a reason. And the Melbourne Football Club, Melbourne Storm. I think the Broncos and the Melbourne Storm are the most followed club in the NRL by a bit of a margin. And I think Brisbane, obviously, the Broncos is a big brand, but the Melbourne brand gets followed because they're always winning.
Yeah. Yeah, they just, like you said, I think you're accurate about that statistic too, Lockie, that it's 20 years he's missed the finals once. But then on the other side of the ledger, you've got Ivan Cleary, and he's doing something that we haven't seen before in the NRL era, taking a team to a grand final 5 times in a row. And look at the turnover of players he's had. Look at the players that he's lost: Crichton, Kickow, Burton, like Api Coruscant. He's lost a lot of players from his team, but same as Bellamy, he's been able to maintain consistency, and I guess that speaks to the culture of the Panthers as well.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we always talk about the pathways at Penrith. They've got a great sort of breeding ground out there, but you still got to be able to bring them once they come into that elite level. You still got to be able to get them to perform. And 5 grand finals in a row. I think the last team to do that was St. George in the maybe late 50s, early 60s.
Crazy.
So, it's ridiculous in the modern game. And as you mentioned, Ash, the players he's had, because of the salary cap, when you have success, you naturally have to shred it for your players because you just can't keep them all. And he's had to do that, consistently over the last 4 to 5 years. And so to get back to this stage again is a huge achievement.
Who do you reckon's going to win?
The Storm for mine. I just think they're fitter and they're fresher. Like I said at the start, I think Nathan Cleary's injury will have an impact. He's obviously the best player in the game, but he's definitely not 100%. And the thing about Craig is he studies the opposition a lot, probably more than any other coach. So he'll have plans in place to, I guess, negate Nathan's impact with the football. But I also think he'll be silly not to target him when they've got the football. So he'll get a fair bit of traffic going his way, I think, Nathan Cleary.
Like that bomb you put up in Origin that time.
That was. I've told you that story before, Luttsy. That was a miscommunication.
Right. Save it.
I told Smithy to tap it and throw it back to the big boys because our big boys wanted to get into them, and Smithy decided to kick it to the smallest guy on the field, Kirk Gidley.
Yeah, it was Kirk Gidley. That's right. Poor old
Kirk Gidley. He did nothing wrong to anyone.
Yeah, poor old Kurt. Got to get about 13 Maroons pile on top of him. Yeah.
Looking forward to the coverage.
16 hours of it on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Not enough.
Kick-off 6:30, but it's going to be a massive day. And go the Devs in the early game as well against Newtown. Good on you, Lockie.
No worries, team. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the grand final Sunday.
There we go. See Darren Lockyer and the rest of the footy action on Nine's Wide World of Sports from 5:30.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Suze.
Brighton homes include aircon, flooring, steel frames and solar as standard. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to discover why it's better with Brighton.
All right, let's say hello to Leanne out at Wynnum West. Yes, Leanne. Hello. How you going?
Good. How are you guys?
Yeah, pretty good. It says you got a daughter that has a formal on tonight.
Is it formal season?
It is. So $600 would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Those dresses ain't cheap.
They aren't.
I saw a story just somewhat related to this, that there was a school on the Gold Coast overnight that has banned prom-posals. I've never heard of the term prom-posal before. I think it was
it's a stupid American thing.
Is it? And evidently what they're doing, Kendall, is like when you go and ask your potential partner to the formal or the prom, you do it
On bended knee?
However it is, and it's something that they're putting up on their socials, so they make a big deal out of the actual, will you come to, and it's called a prom-posal, and there was a school on the Gold Coast which overnight banned them.
Let's cancel that.
Yeah, so I don't know when that became a thing, but are you aware of that, Leanne? A prom-posal?
They do it. They on TikTok and that they have them.
I love you,
This
Leanne.
TikTok. What is this TikTok?
Hey, Leanne, what are we going to do about this
Ruining
bloody
everything.
TikTok?
Well,
No.
I never even
Cancel that too.
met my former partner, Leanne. I think Mick Itel hired her. So it wouldn't have worked for me, would
Probably.
it?
My former partner was Tanya Grove. And
I had a Tanya as well.
Yes, and she was my sister's friend.
This chick was my one of my mate's sisters.
Yeah, there you go.
Was it the same lady?
No, I don't
No,
think it's a very
and-
different generation.
But Kendall, I went with Tanya to the formal, and she made me wear. I pulled up to her house to pick her up, and she had the most awful cummerbund and bow tie that matched her dress that I had to
Cummerbund.
wear.
Oh, she had got them made or like made sure they matched and was like, here you go.
Yes. So
Wow.
now I'm walking around like in
Because he was going to wear Parramatta shorts.
And then as soon as we walked into the post function, she walked straight away from me, and she went straight over to Tony Gordon.
Tony Gordon.
Oh, wow.
And she was with Tony Gordon for the whole night.
They were macking on all night, I heard.
They're still married and they had 4 kids.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
What'd you do for the
Completely
rest of the
brushed
night?
it. I picked up Trevor Greentree's formal part.
And then what happened? Too
Yeah,
soon.
it was
Sorry,
a big
mate.
night. All right, Leanne, let's get down to business. All right, are you ready for $600? Good luck. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. How many dwarfs appear in the story Snow White?
7.
Rowan Atkinson gained fame for portraying what character?
Mr. Bean.
What team won last year's men's BBL cricket title?
Oh, Melbourne.
Viral sensation Moo Deng is what kind of animal?
Cat.
What is 87 minus 32?
55.
Stop the clock.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
How long, Buzz?
4 seconds for you, Leanne.
Oh, I'm a slow talker, so that's good
No.
for me.
You were
You were
nailing
good,
it.
yeah.
You were flying through at one point.
No pantsing. No pantsing. I'll
Yay.
let you know that.
That's
Luttsy,
good.
your mother has got the
well,
gimp
what's she got?
this morning. Bit of Galway girl.
It's one of my favourites.
And I ask you, friend, what's a gimp to do? 'Cause its hair was black and its eyes were too. So I took its hand and my legs went limp. But I lost my heart to a Galway gimp.
Thank you, Mrs. Luttrell.
Spectacular.
She's talking about the night she went to the formal with Johnny.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Rightio, let's see how Sue's went.
30 seconds on the clock and your time starts now. How many dwarfs appear in the story?
7.
Rowan Atkinson gained fame.
Mr. Bean.
What team won last year's men's BBL cricket title?
Heat.
Viral sensation Moo Deng is what kind of animal?
Panda.
What is 87 minus 32?
55.
Stop the clock. That was quicker.
8 seconts.
8 seconds left for Sue, so she's got that on you, Leanne.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
need the BBL thing too.
it's a close one, but well, let's get into it. Now, how many dwarfs appear in the story Snow White, and the 7 dwarfs? Both got that. Rowan Atkinson gained fame for portraying what character? You both said Mr. Bean. That's correct. Well, he was in another one, Luttsy. He was in
Blackadder.
Blackadder. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great
That
show.
was a big. That was a good show. That one. I think I preferred that to Mr. Bean.
You're probably not the Mr.
Me
Bean demographic.
Yeah, I guess so. 2-2. What team won last year's men's BBL cricket title? Leanne, you said Sydney or Melbourne or something. I can't remember. You're
Melbourne.
wrong. Sue said it was the Brisbane Heat.
It was.
Yep.
It was spectacular.
I've been walking around actually with their
champion hat on.
Their hat on,
Yeah.
the big champion.
It's a
cap
great
on.
hat.
Isn't that a good hat?
Yeah.
I've been getting comments.
I bet.
On it.
Where is it?
Hasn't it-
Archie tried to steal it off me actually.
Where's it gone?
I picked him up from school yesterday.
Nicked mine.
I've got mine. I took mine home. It's 3-2 to Sue's. Viral sensation Moo Deng is what kind of animal? Sue said a panda. Leanne said a cat.
I'm interested in this.
Does anybody know the answer?
Well,
It's the YouTube one, isn't it? It is a hippo.
Did you say hippo? Yeah, it is.
hippo.
It's a hippo. Yeah.
Did you know that, Leanne, or have you just Googled it?
No, my kid, who's now departed the car, knew it.
Thank God you said departed the car.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right, you saved that. 3-2 to Sue's, and then the final question, the maths one, 87 minus 32. You both said 55. That's correct, but it's a 4-3 victory to Sue's. 9 o'clock, we'll be playing for $700. Sorry about that, Leanne, but we've always got the cave.
well.
We'll see what Luttsy can do there.
Now, I see you're taking your daughter to the state athletics championships.
Yes, both of them.
Where's that out at?
GSAC.
Yeah. Don't even get me started. What are they running in?
One's triple and long jump and one's high jump.
Oh, nice. Well, best of luck. Is that this weekend?
Next week.
Next week.
So they get time off school.
Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. It's good. Yeah, it's the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, good luck to all the kids competing there over the next week. We love our athletics. I'm going to give you 4 tickets to Nova's Night at the Movies, the advanced screening of Venom, The Last Dance at Event Cinemas Carindale and VMAX. That opens on October 24 with Tom Hardy. They reckon it's great. So
Exciting.
I've also got the family pass to Spooky Putt Putt at Victoria Park. And just for you, for when you lose the kids, you can have a $100 Maggie May voucher at the Gasworks. It's a great spot, Maggie May.
Oh,
so
sweet. Thank you, guys.
feed and a few drinks. Good on you, Lan. Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Well, the Lions got it done in the AFL Grand Final last Saturday, and you went to their dinner last night. Was it their presentation awards?
Yeah, the club
Club champions.
Club champion, they call it. Yeah,
Club champion.
Yeah, that's what was on the big screen. But it was at the new casino, the Star. Great room, actually. We've got another room.
That'd be one of the
scale
first
room.
functions there, right?
Yeah, I think there's been a couple. Well, I did one there, but there's it's one of those rooms where they can cut it off or they can make it
divide
big,
it up.
and it was a big room. There was 1,000 people. That's the biggest one the Lions have ever had.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Because you can actually buy tickets to it.
Can you?
So anyone could have gone. If you were a fan,
Yeah, right.
you could just get tickets, which actually makes the Star a great choice for them because 1,000 people is a lot.
That's a big function.
Yeah, that is a big function.
Chris, your boy,
Fags.
was up.
Lutsy's sending me photos of Fags last night just to make me sad that I wasn't in the room.
He loves him. And, we all love him, don't we?
We
now?
do love him.
But he did a great thing I've never seen before where he lived, and it sounds, when you first think of it and when he says he's going to do it, you think, here we go, this could go forever. But it just worked given that they were the premiers and everything. He went from player 1 through to player 50 or whatever, their numbers, and got them to stand up, every single player, and just spoke one-on-one to them. But they had their moment where the players stood up in front of the crowd and the Fags...
From their table?
From their table, and Fags just spoke one-on-one with them about what they meant this season.
Well, what was
and
he
it was
saying?
Brilliant.
What were some of the things?
Oh, it's like, honestly, I never thought you would progress as far as you did this year. What you did in the finals was amazing, and I've never said this to you, but you did this, and just those sort of things, and it was brilliant. It was really a great way just to acknowledge every single player, particularly the young players. And there's heaps of young players in the team that stood up. In that grand final, as many of those young players stood up as the elder statesmen.
Well, one of them won the Norm Smith.
Exactly.
I only found this out the other day, but if you didn't play in the grand final, you don't get a medal. So, Oscar McInerney, who was the ruck, he doesn't, you don't even physically get a medal.
Yeah.
And apparently Lachie Neale said, mate, you can have my other medal, or, he just was like, you're such a,
Yeah.
But I just thought that was crazy because, a team gets you to the grand final.
Well, he
but
played
it's
every
made out,
every game. I think Fags addressed that when he was speaking to McInerney. He said, geez, the only game you didn't play, he said, oh, hang on, you got concussed once, but other than that, he played every single game of the year except for the grand final.
Oh, my God.
But to his credit, McInerney was grinning like a Cheshire cat
he's
after
so
the game,
humble.
and still the other day. So Danaher's retired. He announced
that was big news yesterday.
Yeah. So
Did he announce that yesterday?
Yeah.
Was it at the event?
Pretty much, because
Yeah.
Fags came on stage and said, well, Joe's just announced he's retiring. I think he always said, I think he said after they lost last year, I'll go around one more time.
Because all the players celebrated, Joe, when he scored that goal right at the end of the grand final.
It was obvious, hey.
Like looking
the
back.
celebration. You're
It's
like,
a perfect way to go out.
it is. But I was at home going, oh, Joe is retiring. Like, the way they got around him, you were like, that's not a normal hug.
No, exactly.
He's really unique, that guy, isn't he, Joe Danaher?
Super interesting.
Is it true that he actually, like, he plays obviously for the Lions, but he lives in Byron Bay?
Yeah, commutes. They do most of their training.
That's a big commute, Kendall. That's like, didn't we put that in the...
Was it
2.5 hours or something?
Or close to, every day.
They do most of their training at Springfield, so that's out towards Ipswich. Yeah, and he's
coming
there.
from Byron.
I know.
Like, he's got to go the whole way through the...
He got up for it because they did retirement. They acknowledged the retirees, whatever. And because he just never speaks anywhere. I don't think he speaks.
He doesn't do
to
media.
the media
No.
all year, right?
He spoke
was his dad
once
like that?
this year to maybe one like a Brownie or someone, like an ex three-peat Lions champion. But that was it, once
But he had
all
to get
season.
up for his retirement speech. He's just like, I haven't got much to say because everyone I'm going to thank, I'm just going to go see one-on-one. Which is a very good point.
Yeah, yep.
So he was up there for like 2 seconds. I was like, okay, bye.
Even the players find him mysterious. Like, if we find him, they're like, tell us something about Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, Lockie said, no one knows anything about Joe.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I was very sad to see this morning that Fiona McDonald passed away. Did you see that, Luttsy?
I did see that yesterday. There was almost like her own letter she wrote in her passing.
Yeah, so she must have written that obviously before she passed away, and then
to her sister.
I think her sister posted it.
So Fiona
on her behalf.
Fiona was It's a Knockout with Billy J.
Yeah, so there was Fiona and Jackie.
Yeah,
wasn't there?
I always got the two confused.
Yeah, Jackie McDonald and Fiona McDonald, and they were both very. Do you remember them at all?
I've got
I
no.
didn't.
Yeah,
I
it might have been
ago.
before your
I
time.
see the face. I just googled now. I saw the face and I recognise the face, but don't know what work.
Yeah, well, Jackie McDonald used to go on Hey Hey It's Saturday, didn't she?
right.
All the time with Daryl Summers, and then Fiona, who was equally as vibrant and vivacious. She was with Billy J. Smith on It's a Knockout, and It's a Knockout was a juggernaut, wasn't
It was
it?
a pretty
that was
groundbreaking
a big show.
Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a Knockout was, I guess, one of the first. As your kid, you'd race home. It was like a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And it was like a obstacle course, and each different coloured teams from different states.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
that's right. It was state against state,
so
wasn't
it?
Was different. Yeah.
There was so for Queensland, it was always like Childers or but they come out in the yellow and wave and everything like that, and then if Celebrity, It's a Knockout, and it'd be like it's kind of like the first of those. What is it now?
Gladiator.
Wes Denning does that
even
one.
Gladiator,
in
like
America.
I can
Yeah.
imagine that sort of
Not Ninja Warrior, but like,
Kind of,
but a less
I
version.
feel
more
like there's
fun
still
version.
a version of this,
Yeah, I'm trying to
like
think.
even called Knockout or Wipeout, or is it that kind of thing?
Yes,
It was kind of like that, but it was
kind of like those Japanese game shows.
Yeah.
A bit of all that sort of
Yeah.
mixed in.
But they weren't like elite athletes that were the competitors.
Yeah,
No,
that's
It was
fine.
kind
They
of
were just
loose, like the
everyday
bloke
Joes
off the
and
street,
Jills.
and so you'd see,
Yeah.
you know, it's big falls and
Yeah.
and Billy J, because he
was
was
fun.
commentating the footy at the time, so he was like the perfect fit because he'd come in and give it the whole sports sort of feel to it, and then Fiona would go and interview them. She was like the sideline commentator.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A simpler time back then when you think about it, right? Like you talk about racing home from whatever you were doing to catch what was on TV because nothing was on demand.
100%.
Well, this photo's in black and white in the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was colour TV.
Yeah, we're not that old.
We're not that old, everyone.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Press play.
Get ready for the ultimate Halloween party on the Brisbane River. I'm afraid of no ghosts. Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill's Halloween cruise on Oasis. Your ultimate weekend escape on the Brisbane River.
Oh, I'm so, especially when I wake up and see mornings like we're having this morning in Brizzy, I am so excited for this.
Yeah.
It's this month, isn't it?
Yeah, the end of this month.
October 4th already, Halloween.
Yeah, you're here, be honest, in no time.
Yep.
No time.
Yeah, it'll be a big cruise. Oasis, we're going to be cruising the Brisbane River all Halloween. And we've got, how you going, Buzz? With the, working out.
Yeah, Yeah, I wish you'd stop mentioning it. That's
Giving
how we're
him the
going with it.
special eyes. Hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, a little something.
Yeah, a little
coming our
something,
way.
Little something, little special surprise coming.
All right, well, Shane out of Lowood. What's going on, mate?
Oh, I'm having a good morning this morning.
Yeah?
How are you, Just? Please explain.
I was excited to get the text for this because I'd really been wanting to try a cruise, like Halloween sort of cruise. So I was really keen.
Shane, I can't think of a better place to have a cruise, particularly a Halloween themed party, than Oasis. It is the ultimate destination. It gives you a different perspective on Brisbane. You cruise down the river, you nighttime,
it's magnificent.
Shimmers,
beautiful.
You know, the reflection off the water. It's fantastic, mate.
What say you as far as the costume is concerned, Shane? What do you think? What do you reckon, mate? What do you say?
I'm very keen on like Marvel and all that sort of stuff. So I've seen that a lot of people probably try out, which I'll probably try too, is the Deadpool costume.
Have you got a Deadpool costume?
I know, that's a pretty impressive suit.
Yeah, I'm going to try that one.
Amazing.
I love it.
Do you get it off Temu like Luttsy?
No, Big W has a good range.
Oh, Big W has a Deadpool costume?
Yep.
Wow.
How much is the front door?
$49.
Including the mask?
Hope you've got it ready.
This is a great ad for Big W.
That'll sell
by the
out
way.
today.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good one to do because I once went to like rugby sevens, Shane, or whatever it was, like the big rugby sevens, and some of the famous footy players went, including one guy with the initials QC.
Oh, yeah.
But he wanted to go, but it was at the peak of his powers and couldn't just go to the rugby sevens to watch. So he wore a complete
Mask
it
up.
was like a Deadpool suit, but it was essentially one of those what do you call them, like
morph suits.
Morph suits.
Yep.
So he was running around just going like a pork chop, and no one knew it was Quade Goober.
But
QC.
That is the best thing about a Halloween party.
Yeah,
No one has to know who you are.
that's true.
You can have a great time and you
That's
can
it.
wear a mask and it's acceptable.
That's very good. Now, but what about if you got the full face Deadpool mask on, like as far
How do you
as
have a
eating
drink?
the horsey dervas and the champagne, etc., etc.? What's your plan of attack for that? Where you're just going to take the mask off?
We'll cut a little slit.
Yeah.
Oh, probably probably
Little
take the
slit?
mask off for a
Little
bit,
slit?
yeah.
Little slit?
I'm not saying it.
Say it, Kendall.
Nah.
Good on you, Shane. I like your energy, mate. And what's your song? Have you had a song that we could add to the...
Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Go on, Shane, sing it with us.
You and me could write a bad
Go on, Shane.
Take it away, bro.
Love and I want your revenge. You and me, you got a bad romance.
The kid can sing.
Yeah, we'll see you there, Shane, 31st of October on Oasis. If you want to be like Shane and heading along to this huge party to celebrate Halloween, head to the Nova Player app and register Tuesday. When we return from the long weekend, we'll have another chance for you to win your way there.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Brisbane Bullets back at Boondall. Their first home game tomorrow night against the Sydney Kings should be an absolute crack. I'm so excited that the boys are back there. And Derek Rucker, former NBL MVP,
D-Ruck.
one of the greats of Australian basketball, joining us right now. Probably from you'll probably be courtside, D-Ruck, coaching this morning, are you?
Yeah, I'm just finishing up in Mount Gravatt and getting excited for this Bullets game. The return to Brisbane to the entertainment center is going to be fantastic.
When was did you finish up your career, your Brisbane career at Boondall?
So we used to play our playoff games out at Boondall, but I started my career there, had 2 good seasons there, and I think there was some risk in moving back out there, but I think it's going to be a move in the right direction. The NBL is growing, and you need larger venues now like we used to have in the 90s, and Brisbane provides that opportunity for the Bullets to really build out their fan base.
There's no doubt it's a great place to watch the basketball from. And Leroy's got the statue. I haven't been out there, I've got to be honest, in a while, but Leroy's statue's still out there, isn't it, Derek?
It is. And Malcolm Watts, the new CEO of the Bullets, has done a fantastic job. They're coming in with some really unique promotions out there, and there's something on the baseline that I think everybody's going to want to check out. It's going to be like this building, and it's going to be great for the fan experience where you can actually purchase separate tickets and enjoy something really unique in the NBL and in Australian sport.
Yeah, you know, like so this is behind the hoops, or the basket. You know those 2-level container truck bars?
Yeah.
As far as I can understand, D-Ruck, it's kind of like that. Like, if you know the ones I'm talking about?
Not really.
It looks like a semi-trailer, and they open it up. And
like a
it's
shipping container.
Like
a two-level thing.
Right.
So you can stand literally overlooking the basket and have this great little party sort of venue going on. It's actually... is that right?
Well, Luttsy, of course, no one ever is going to doubt your intel when it comes to partying and bars. So you're spot on there. You nailed it. So it's going to be a really great experience. And like I said, no one else is going to have it in the NBL. And if you're going to make a move like this, you've got to bring something special to the table, right?
You got to have a gimmick.
And yeah, you got to have a gimmick. And I think it's going to be really popular. And you can get up above the court and watch the game. And it's also going to add a dimension and it will just kind of round out the court space because Brisbane is a bit big. The entertainment center is a bit bigger, and it will just fill out some of the gaps in the floor space.
How they looking, mate? Who's going to win it this year? The Bullets going to be competitive?
Well, they haven't got off to a great start, but they've had some misfortune. And I think if they get some bodies back, some guys get healthy, they have enough. We saw in the preseason they won the Blitz tournament, but Luttsy, they've been away for a while. Like they haven't had a game here in Brisbane in almost a month, and there's nothing like coming back to your own venue. They've lost their first two games. It's behind them. It's not make or break, but now they got to come in and really lay the wood on a tough opposition, the Sydney Kings, who, in my opinion, are the favorites to win the title.
Right, the Kings, you reckon? And how's the coverage this year? You doing Fox again?
Yep. So I work for ESPN. We also have a Sunday, a Sunday marquee game, which is on Channel 10 at 2:30 every week, and that's kind of the game of the week. And that will be, some of the more prominent teams. The Bullets have a game in that time slot down the track, I think in round 8 or round 9. But we've done a lot of innovation. We've mic'd up players on Sundays, so you can get the sounds within the game from players, and that's been really popular through the first 2 rounds. And they've got some innovative filming of the games. We got this super slow-mo that is like 400 frames per second, Luttsy.
Jeez, that's hot.
And what do they use that for? Like just like closing for home, get in on the action,
slow down and slam dunk.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. So it looks really great, and right now we're just trying to continue to build that viewership.
Yeah. Oh, well, it all starts this weekend. Tip-off is, what did you say, Saturday night?
It's pretty late, D-Rock. I think it's like 8 p.m.
8 p.m. tip-off?
8 p.m. Saturday night would suit you perfectly, Luttsy. You can step from there right out.
Can you bring that camera with you? Leave it. Leave it.
Yep. Thank you.
Leave it. Thank you, Derek. Great man.
Thanks,
Derek
guys.
Rucker.
Hey,
there we go.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Can I say, I love that we have the long weekend this weekend.
Yep.
For the NRL Grand Final.
It is well timed, that's for sure.
Has it always been like that?
No, this is King's birthday and it got moved. It used to be the Queen's birthday and it must have been in June or something, or maybe May, but it was like we hit kind of like Labor Day and a bunch at the same time. So they moved it to October.
Because we have a lot of public holidays, it seems, at the start of the year.
Yes.
Australia Day.
Spreading the love.
Yes. Yeah, so it just sort of evens it
Easter,
out.
Easter, Anzac Day and Labor Day all kind of came really close together. I'll be working Monday, thanks guys.
What are you doing?
I'll be on the Today Show, and it's the start of
God, you got a
daylight
lot of
savings. So I have to get up at 2 a.m.
Yeah, wow.
What are you going to do?
Normally I get up at 3, but once daylight savings kicks in, we got to be on air an hour earlier for
What
them.
are you doing? You don't even know. You're
I'm
just
reporting. No, you find out I'll find out at 3 a.m. what I'm doing.
So what is that how it works?
Where I'm going. Could be Ipswich Courthouse, could be Brisbane City.
What'd you point at Buzz for?
I don't know, because he goes to... Buzz is always at court.
That was hilarious.
That was an off-air conversation, Kendall, that we had.
Gotta go Ipswich Courthouse.
Yeah, I'll be there as well. I'll see you at
Or the
Ipswich.
pub and has gestured everyone's favourite
Buzz
activities.
is like, look, I know you're working today on Monday morning, but I'm going to be at Ipswich Courthouse. I'm second up. If you just turn the cameras away, just for a moment.
I'll give me a heads up when you'll be there.
It's
And I'll put a hoodie over my
misdemeanor.
head.
It's a misdemeanor. I didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I didn't do nothing.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. Ooh.
Hello, Mitch.
Hello, guys. Who was on the bell there?
Pure Bradnam. Pure
Why?
Bradnam.
What do you want to know? What sort of feedback are you giving?
No, I mean, I thought you did absolutely stellar. Your redemption arc yesterday, Kendall, was great. It just had a little hint of authenticity, sort of like veteran sort ofness to it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
just making sure
you're back in
safe
safe
down
hands.
Here. Yeah. You said it, I didn't. I mean, I saw safe hands. We're talking NRL Grand Final Sunday.
Well done.
And as far as watching it, you want to find a place to get to, check out all the action. Not one screen, not two screens. I mean, we're up there at, we're punching out 20. We're talking the Storybridge Hotel. And if we're going to talk Storybridge Hotel, Luttsy, where do you think we're going to go? We're going to go straight to the top, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean...
That's who we're talking to.
I mean...
He's listening, say nice things.
Well, my dad, Richard Deary.
Yep.
I can see that. I can see that.
I literally call him Dad and he calls me son. I'm not even kidding. How are you, Dad? You good?
I'm very good, Luttsy, very good. Huh? Saw Mum the other week. She
popped in for the Nudgy Past Mothers at a function at, there at the Story.
Yeah, they did.
They loved it there, mate. You looked after them as you always do.
We do. We love to. They like to keep an eye on me. But it's a super Sunday this Sunday. It's amazing. There's a big walk against Want in the morning that finishes at Kangaroo Point for Park down the road.
Nice.
And then a dark and stormy evening, hey? Penrith Panthers and Melbourne Storm, hey?
Well,
it's going to be
dark
unreal.
And stormy, I like that.
But not just the evening either. You got to remember the Devs are playing against the Jets. It's a 12:30 kickoff. You got to remember daylight savings is in full effect, so you'll have the Devs up on the big screen. It just primes itself for what's going to be like a huge Sunday afternoon straight into the GF Sunday night.
Oh, it is. It'll be fantastic. Afternoon sunset cocktails, and then in we go to the game, ready to run on. So, yeah, a lot of screens, a lot of areas you can run. So, following on from a big one with the Lions' success last weekend, right into Sports Central here this weekend.
Yeah,
it's going to be fantastic.
Weather looks fantastic too, Dad, so it's going to be looking great there.
So weird.
Outstanding.
Us redheads will watch out, won't we, like?
Yeah, 50
Wear
plus,
the hat.
obviously. Yeah.
50. Yeah, no, it'd be fantastic.
That's
so,
a big one. That's a
who's
great
going down to it?
I'm heading down.
I'm going down.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Surprised. Some of us, Mitch and I will stay here and carry the load.
Yeah. Well, kicks off early. I mean, breakfast is absolutely raging down here at the moment. So maybe you get on down here and just make it a full 12-hour day down here. I mean, I was going to say Dad too. I'm sort of in the mood. But I'm going to say Mr. Deary. I won't say Dad. But it kicks off, early breakfast. I mean, perfect weather down here. I think a top of 32 degrees we're expecting on Sunday. This might be the best time of Brisbane of the year. I mean, the jacarandas are out there firing outside the Storybridge, outside the big screen here. And like you said, the Devs. So I mean, if you're a Devs fan and you're not fitting into the screen at the club, maybe come on down here. Storybridge Hotel, the NRLW Grand Final mid-afternoon, and then a 6:30 kickoff for the Storm Panthers.
It's more even than Devs. It's just Queensland. The Queensland
Yes,
team winning that
yes.
state championship. I mean, that's going to be a great one to watch early. And then, as you said, the NRLW. It's like it's all on. It's going to be. I'd rather actually watch it there than Homebush, to be honest with you.
Oh, who wouldn't? And don't forget too, we're heading into a public holiday as well, so there's no need to call it an early night on Sunday. So you could be in for a big one, Richard, on Sunday. Are you ready? How big's your day going to be?
Yeah, no, Craig, it's working this weekend. I was lucky enough to be in Melbourne last week, so working this weekend is going to go through and strong. And then Monday rest day, so it's certainly going to be a ripper.
Perfect.
And hopefully, who do we go for? They're even money at the moment, so but the Storm we hope.
The Storm. I'm on the Storm.
All right, good on you, Mitch. Good on you, Dad. Now I'm doing it.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill's Caller of the Week.
This is our 33rd Caller of the Week merch pack we give away. For those who don't know, we select our favourite caller from the week. We call them back and they get one of these. And this week's winner is Todd.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Bring in the game. Yeah.
That was Josh, wasn't it? Where was Levi? Come on, Levi. Be better. Anyway,
he's grounded.
He's grounded. Yeah.
What year was the USA founded? Todd, you said 1778. It's 1776.
Oh, that is so close.
Come on.
I know. Yeah, we don't give half points, unfortunately.
Took 2 years to sign paperwork.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It was a long settlement. Yes. A bird for swooping. You both said the magpie. By the way, they had here the plover, the butcherbird, the kookaburra, the crow, or the currawong as other birds
that's fair.
that swoop. 3...
Got a couple of ex-girlfriends.
Oh, very good, Todd.
Outstanding.
You were dancing with each other there, Todd, yeah.
It got worse that night when Levi asked me why was Susie called a gimp.
Oh, yeah. just don't explain.
Had the birds and the bees conversation. Tied up birds and bees, I mean.
Well, he's grounded anyway, so.
Caller of the week number 33, Todd, which means you win a Susie's Just Keep Swimming Beaches beach bag.
You get my bucket hat, the Ashes Gone Fishing bucket hat. Gone fishing.
And what would Luttsy do? Stubby cooler.
Excellent.
There we go. I reckon we can throw in a couple of extra stubby coolers, maybe an extra hat as well for the boys.
Well, how about we've thrown
help with their drinking problem.
4 tickets to Nova's Night at the Movies to the advanced screening of Venom. I saw some of them in the cave, so the boys will love that as well.
That sounds fantastic. Thanks, legends.
Good on you, Todd.
Cheers, Todd.
Derek Rucker joining us on the show next, Lutz.
Yeah, in fact, the Bullets open their home season back at Boondall.
The Ensign.
I want to see what D-Ruck has to say to that, because Derek played at Boondall.
Yeah.
With Leroy.
When was the last time they played at Boondall? Was it like 2015, 16-ish? Around about then?
I went to a final.
10 years
I
ago?
don't know.
But they were there for a long time.
A long time
I watched the Bullets win their grand final when I was in high school, like back in the 80s. 87, mate. I saw Ronnie the Rat.
Yep. Ratcliffe
snipping the net, the
the
basketball net.
Yeah, right.
After they win the GF.
Good memory.
Yeah, I remember that.
Derek, one of the
Wait,
greats.
they cut it off?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's
To take it home.
After they win the grand final, it's a tradition that they
Cut the net.
They cut the net and they
Wow.
take the net home with them.
This cat we got on next, he's one of the best players ever in the NBL.
I love how you explained it to me. Thank you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than I'm smarter than Suze.
Brighton homes include aircon, flooring, steel frames, and solar as standard. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to discover why it's better with Brighton.
And of course, $700 up for grabs now. The BYD Atto 3. I was driving through the valley this morning coming into work down Wickham Street. The showroom's there on the left as you're coming down.
I know it, mate.
Oh, some nice looking cars in there.
Oh, they're good. What colour would you go?
I'd go red, I reckon. I've seen a few red ones around.
I like
Ash would go silver.
I'm silver. What
Yeah.
are you?
Maybe there's one particular silver I like.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just did this. Yeah. I hate when Michael Clark does that on radio. I hate that. No, now I'm doing it. Yeah.
Oh, please don't do that.
Yeah.
It's actually making
Disgusting.
It's making me feel sick.
I've eaten a lot of
Yeah,
Maccas
yeah,
and
I
Subway in here today.
Yeah, we got Subway. Subway delivered our favourite orders earlier as well.
Yeah, I'm
been double
I'm
dipping,
saving mine
hasn't
for lunch.
I've got half of mine ready to go as well.
All right, hey, Paul, out of Bracken Ridge. Are you there,
Ash,
mate?
good to talk to you.
Now, hang on a second, my friend, because somewhere or other I've got...
What are you looking for, buddy?
I've got the Bible here. Oh, right. Paul is going for 4 wins in a row.
Wow. Ew.
Is that true, Paul?
That's what I reckon. There was 2 that I definitely won outright. One where you mucked up the question, Ash, and you gave me the winning.
That doesn't sound right to
He's
me.
never done that.
It does not sound right.
So what does
to
that
me.
mean if it is actually a 4 go?
Well, look, this is the way that it works. The Noble Dow Cup is if you get 2 wins against Suze. Mitch is coming in.
I
here,
love
Paul.
the urgency, Mitch.
Mitch Middleton.
I thought we were off air.
Let me go through this. So 15 people have won the Noble Dow Cup. That's 2 wins against Suze.
Right.
We've been doing this a long time, so that's not many.
Okay.
The Noble Prize,
Yeah.
3 wins against Suze. There's 3 members of the Noble Prize. There's
3 Peters.
Well, he should be one of them. If he's
Yeah,
going for-
you probably didn't have me on that, but
we haven't even got you down as a Noble Prize.
You're claiming 3?
Yeah.
Lockie buzzed through. Sirens were going off. Lockie buzzed through and said he's claiming 4 wins.
Yeah.
And so we checked his 3rd win was in June this year. Now, that's a missing day of the stats. I'm going back. I'll have to go back and check it up. So, but I've just listened through. He didn't make mention that he'd already won 2 and was going for 3. So
I was downplaying it.
all right, that's
humble.
That's
Hey, he's humble.
I'm happy for you to be humble.
Sit
But we're
down.
gonna,
Be humble.
I'll take your word for it because this
Paul,
would
be humble.
If he goes for 4, he'd only be the 2nd person that's ever done that.
Yeah, okay. Well,
What do we call that?
let's take you on your word. Not only are you playing for the $700, you're playing to become just the 2nd person to win the Tony Award. 4 wins against Suze. And the great Anthony Noble is the only recipient thus far.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot on the line here.
Ooh, doggy.
You know,
$700.
I'm feeling good. You guys are playing that Heaven song. You're talking about the Boondall Bullets in the 80s.
Yes.
I was there.
Yeah, man.
Derek Rucker, I love it.
Yeah, how good's the
So,
D-Ray?
yeah, let's rock and roll.
Ronnie the Rat.
Ronnie the Rat.
Oh, you know what you
Sibs.
did talk about is the
Sibs.
mushroom.
The mushroom.
What about the mushroom?
Chris Elder, the mushroom.
Got to get up.
He was the mascot. A great guy. Still know him. Great guy.
All
By the
right,
way,
well, listen.
with the Tony Award, you've got to go, because it's like Broadway, you've got to go and get
yes.
excited about it, like it's get flamboyant.
And do jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
And all that type of stuff.
Theatrical.
Theatrical, that's what I was
They're playing for a slice of history, the Tony Award, and $700. Are you ready, Paul?
As I'll ever be.
And on the weekend, the Panthers are going for 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be fake.
Is this an omen?
Here we go.
Let's find out.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. A bird in the hand is equivalent to how many in the bush?
2.
The quote, "Let them eat cake," is attributed to which French queen?
Mary.
Nova's very own Mel Tracina is set to host which iconic reality TV series?
Don't know.
Name a country whose name ends in stan.
Pakistan.
What is the first decimal place of pi?
3.1. 1.
Stop the clock.
1 is the decimal.
What was the question?
What is the first decimal place of pi?
Yeah, he said 1. I'll take 1, even though he said 1.
Yeah, we're taking 1.
Check
I've
one.
got a question mark on
Yes.
question number 2.
was
Somebody can get back to me with the with that.
I'm gonna put just so it's not vague. Alicia, you're in charge of that, okay?
The quote,
That is you.
"Let them
Okay,
eat
right.
cake," is attributed to which French queen?
Alicia's
Paul, mate, it's very tense in here, and I want you to understand. I was flawless in my reading of the questions.
You were.
Now, also,
It's more tense than a BCF.
Oh, nice.
nicely said. I want to say as well, I stopped the clock after you said
explain it
1,
later.
Paul, not when Ash said stop the clock, because there was a bit of confusion around that.
Right, okay.
So I gave you a little bit extra time.
How long does Paul have left?
3 seconds left for Paul.
Officially left with 3
Yeah.
seconds on the clock. Well, it doesn't get much more tense than
doesn't
this,
get more tense
except at
than this.
BCF.
Except BCF.
But let's bring in the game.
Bad Suze, I could be a fantasy. I can tell you got big gimp energy. Ain't too many players that can handle me. Gotta be quick, cause I never go to 30. All the Brizzy sing the gimps like a melody. Bad Suze, you got that big gimp energy.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Rightio. Let's see how Suze went.
30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. A bird in the hand is equivalent to how many?
2.
The quote, "Let them eat cake," is attributed to which French queen?
Catherine.
Nova's very own Mel Tracina is set
Big
to
Brother.
Name a country whose name ends in stan.
Pakistan.
What is the first decimal place of pi?
1.
Stop clock.
Ooh.
Hold it.
Very clear.
Hold it and double Tuco me. Double Tuco me. Paul shooting to become just the second person ever to win the Tony Award.
The Tony!
Boo! Boo! And we've got a double Tuco. Holy hell. Okay, a bird in the hand is equivalent to how many in the bush? You both said 2. That is correct.
Suze didn't
pence
even
in
let
here.
you finish the question.
No, she was straight out of the gate there. It's 1
Sounds like you're formal.
all. What's that?
Don't worry.
More formal. What?
Straight out of the gate.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Now, this one. The quote, "Let them eat cake," is attributed to which French queen? Have we got what Paul said
He's still working on it.
on tape? No, we'll come back to that. Nova's own Mel Tracina is set to host which iconic reality TV series? Paul, you said I don't know. Sue said Big Brother. Big Brother is correct.
I know Mel's listening. I want to apologise. I love Mel on the cheap seat.
Mate, we can
Yes,
see
you
it now.
do.
She
The
is
cheap-
fuming right now.
I've got question 2 now, Ash, if you want to go back to that.
Okay, well, it's officially 2-1 Suze at the moment, but let's have a listen to Paul's answer for question 2. The quote, "Let them eat cake," is attributed to which French queen?
Mary.
Okay, you said Mary. Agreed?
Yes.
What's the answer?
The answer is Marie Antoinette. Marie
Yeah.
Antoinette.
Yeah.
Alicia's the official
Yeah.
adjudicator here. What are you
Sure.
saying there, Alicia?
I'm over to the video ref. The
No,
video
she's
ref
put
has
up
put
her-
it up as no try, Paul.
come on, Alicia. Where's your spirit of,
Christmas?
Wigan.
Of whatever. Where's your spirit
Something.
of whatever? So,
Of the
mate,
bullets.
we can't give it to you. So it's 2-1 to Suze.
What did Suze say?
Suze said
Catherine.
That's wrong. It's 2-1 Suze. Question 4, name a country whose name ends in Stan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan. These are just off the top of my dome, by the way. Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan.
What about the one you missed, buddy?
Amongst others. Turkmenistan. Yes, but you guys both said Pakistan. So we're giving it to you. And it is 3-2 Suze. And then the first decimal place of pi is 3.1415 to be precise. But, mate, by saying Mary instead of Marie, what was the time?
Listen, I'll be honest with you, Paul. She got you on time.
Yeah.
She had 4 seconds.
She
You had 3.
smoked you on time, mate. So it's a 4-3 victory to Susie O'Neill. And that means on Monday morning, when
Tuesday.
we play at 8 o'clock, Tuesday
Yeah.
morning, correction, it'll be worth $800. Sorry about that, Paul.
Thanks for having me on.
It's not over yet,
mate.
buddy. Lutsy's going in the cave for you.
Thanks, bud.
And I hear his daughter's a big Katy Perry fan.
Who, mine?
Yes.
Multiple daughters.
Yeah, which daughter?
Is that right?
Lutsy's.
The one in Budapest.
Oh, God.
The one in Pakistan.
Katy Perry is bringing the Lifetimes Tour presented by Snaffle to the Entertainment Centre June 17 and 18. You can get your tickets tomorrow. Well, today? Is it?
Today.
Today at Ticket Tech. But I've got a double pass for you, so we're going to have to decide who goes. But 2 of your daughters at least.
Yeah, Willow, g'day.
Yeah, well done. What are they? What?
Willow and who?
Stella, Willow, and India. I've got 3 daughters.
Lovely.
Beautiful
Great
names.
Stella,
there's
Willow,
pass.
and India.
How good is that? I'll give you 4 tickets to Novus Night the Movies as well. We've got the action comedy Venom with Tom Hardy opening in Event Cinemas from October 24. And just for, you know what, I'll also give you a family pass to Spooky Putt Putt at Vic Park.
Nice.
So you can take
Love
the
it. What
girls
about
there.
bullets, Luttsy? I'll swap you the putt-putt for bullet tickets.
I haven't got any this week, unfortunately. But yeah, sorry, mate. But,
all good.
Maybe down the track we'll have
That's
some.
awkward.
Yep.
Anyway.
Come back for redemption sometime, Paul.
Thanks, guys.
Well done.
Appreciate it.
Kendall,
See you, mate.
thank you for this week.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks,
having me.
Kendall.
You have been outstanding.
I've been okay.
It's been smooth sailing.
Thank
so well
you.
done.
We finished with Macca's and Subway. I'm
Yes.
Thank you.
happy. I'll be feeling it for many hours to come.
Well, you've already been to the toilet twice.
Oh, Luttsy.
What? Oh, sorry.
We'll see you on the Today Show on Monday, Kendall.
Oh, you work on the Today Show?
Yeah, I know
holiday.
you'll be
Ipswich
asleep.
Courthouse.
Tuned in.
You'll be asleep.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.